So this is my book talk review for Fry Bread, a Native American family story written by Kevin Maillard and illustrated by Wanda Martinez-Neal. This book is about the quintessential Native American food, fry bread, which came out of government dry supplies that were provided to Native Americans after their forcible relocation. The first scene I want to look at is fry bread as food. Flour, salt, water, cornmeal, baking powder, perhaps milk, maybe sugar, all mixed together in a big bowl. I just want to point out the diversity in this scene, right? Native Americans come in all different colors and sizes. Because they were dispersed historically, they have mingled with almost everybody in the United States. And you'll find that lots of people have Native American heritage somewhere in their ancestry. The second thing I want to look at, second scene, is where the whole family is gathered around the table. Fry bread is really a family activity. It's a family dish. This is a good representation of the whole family coming together at the dinner table and bonding. You see that they have other food besides fry bread. So there's fry bread right there, but they've also got lettuce and the jam that goes on the fry bread. And fry bread can be made in various different ways, and the toppings for fry bread are as varying and unique as there are tribes in America. The illustrations are really beautiful as well. They're all full art, full bleeds. They span both pages. You can see that there's quintessentially native foods on the table: corn, the fry bread, etc. And the whole family is gathered around. I chose this one to look at because it shows native kids all over the country, and the one thing that unites almost all native tribes is their versions of fry bread. Everybody has their own versions, like I said, because the U.S. government, after they forced Native Americans off their land, provided them with dry goods as per various treaties. And because Native Americans were cut off from their traditional meat and vegetable supplies, they started new food traditions, such as fry bread, in order to survive and adapt. And that spread from east to west coast in the United States. Almost every tribe has their own version. And then the last page I want to show is Kevin's fry bread recipe, which is an actual fry bread recipe. You can take this and make your own fry bread. And the most important thing, I think, is in his afterwords, in his author's notes, that explains the history of fry bread. It takes his headings from the books and expands on them in culturally significant ways. It explains that fry bread is as diverse as Native American populations nowadays. It has different flavors and opinions on what it should look like. Every tribe has a different way of eating fry bread. Most Native families have a fry bread lady, usually their grandmother or aunt, who passes the fry bread recipe down through the generations. It's art because it varies based on person. It's history, it's place. Really, fry bread is a story about Native American perseverance, even through the toughest times. Thank you for listening to my book talk.